Hey, what's up? Samuel Leeds here, and in this video, I want to give you the tools and information and equip you ready to buy your first property investment. The very first thing you need to know when viewing a property is what is the true current market value. What that means is how much is the house actually worth? Most people get distracted by the asking price, but the asking price is completely irrelevant. The asking price could be £1 million and the house could be worth nothing. So it doesn't matter what the asking price is. It matters what's the true current, not what was the value 5 years ago. What is the true current market value? You need to know that. Next, number 2 is you need to know what is the lowest that they can accept and still live with. How do you find the answer to this question? Ask them. Every time I do a viewing, I always ask the question. I just say, if I was to buy this cash tomorrow, what would be the lowest that you could accept and still live with? And then I shut up and wait for them to respond. Notice it's an if would. If I was to buy cash tomorrow, I'm not saying I can. If, what would be, almost speaking hypothetically, what would be the lowest that you could accept and still live with? Get their answer. So now you know the true current market value and you know what they will accept tomorrow should you buy it fast for cash tomorrow. Number 3, what is the true market rent? In other words, when you buy this property, what will it rent out for? And not what did the estate agent say to you it would rent out for. Not what did the deal packager that's trying to sell you the deal tell you that it will rent out for. How much will this property actually rent out for? You need to know that figure. Number 4, you need to know how are you going to finance the deal? What's the plan? Are you going to buy it cash? Are you going to get a mortgage on the property and put down a deposit? If so, have you got the deposit? Can you get the finance? Can you get a mortgage on the property? Are you going to be doing it with a joint venture and you're going to be someone else will be putting the cash in? If so, are they ready to put the cash down tomorrow? What's your finance plan? Are you going to have to refinance it later once you've added value to it? You need to know your numbers and you need to know the finances and how you're going to finance the property. And is that realistic? Number 5, does the house need work doing to it? And if so, how much? Sometimes you can miss stuff because they can be damp and they've tiled over the damp. And you need to know how much work needs doing to a property. If the roof is bad, how much is it going to cost to fix it? You need to know this sort of stuff. And you don't need to be an expert builder yourself, but you need to send someone to the property before you buy it who is. Number 6, what is your vision for the property? What's your plan? Don't just buy a house because you like it. Oh, it feels nice. This can't be about feelings. This has to be about formulas. Don't buy a house because you just think, and one day I might be able to live in it as a holiday home, or it's close to my son's university. Who cares? Who cares? It's close to your son's university. Jeez. What's the vision as a property investment for the property? Is it going to be a buy-to-let property where you're just going to buy it and rent it out? If so, what's the return on investment? And is that good? I don't buy a property unless the return on investment is at least 20%. If you're going to be buying it, are you buying it to do it as a do up and sell? Are you buying it to do it up and then refinance it and rent it out? Are you splitting it into apartments? Is it going to be a HMO? Is it going to be a student accommodation? What's your vision for the property? And does it make sense? Is it logical? And then lastly, number 7 is, what are the risks associated with buying the property? And do you have an exit strategy? So whenever I make any decision, whether it be a decision to attend a training program, to invest in a person, a business, to buy a house, any decision, I'm always going to look at what's the best case, what's the worst case, and what's the likely case? And the worst case, how feasible is that? What's my exit plan? Would that cripple me financially? If the answer is yeah, it would cripple me financially and that could happen, and I've got no exit plan to escape the wrath of the situation if it happens, then I'm out. So what is the worst that could happen? And then you've got to risk assess the deal. All of these things, these 7 things that you need to know when buying a property, down to valuing the house, valuing the rents, having an exit strategy, knowing your numbers, all this stuff you can learn for free with me for 2 days at the Property Investors Crash Course. People come from all over the world to this program and we always sell the program out weeks, sometimes months in advance. So my suggestion to you, if you're serious about making money in property, is come and spend 2 days with me for free on the house at the Property Investors Crash Course. There's a link below. What is your excuse? Get booked right now.